a good communication. I think this type of thing going to unite a lot of people,
I hope
different
so.
culture,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be
Yeah.
really nice.
Like, I mean, what's the point of writing poems and they just live in the books, right? And on the shelf. My dream, my goal is to be the poet that the janitor knows who I am. The cook. I want all the range of audience. I don't want just to be reading and reciting and performing to just poets and other writers. I want the room to be all sorts of people, right?
That's
So
good. Doesn't well, yeah.
yeah,
You had
but
to
to
reach
do
more.
that, I can't stand just in the academic spaces, right?
No.
And so yeah, so that's kind of my vibe, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing. Um, how long have you been a percussionist?
I'm 44 years old. I've been playing percussionist since I was 7 years old because where I'm coming from in Cuba, we practicing African religion. They call it Santeria, but it's Yoruba religion from Nigeria. And most people in my family are Yoruba, and um, it does religion as a system of life, very important.
Yeah.
Um, and based on African origin, it's God saints. And so every time we used to play in my house, my grandmama's house, percussion and conga, when I was a child, they used to take the spoon and you start playing the pan and the conga with the party, with the religious party, like long party, long religious party, believe me, like 5, 6 hours. And, and you start like that. My uncle put me his leg, start playing, king, king, king. Hey, everybody was like, excuse, I like that. Hey, we got a percussion. When I start grew up, it's become a duty.
Yeah.
That's when I start liking that. So I start looking like a duty. Every year, 3 or 4 parties like that, you would start playing. So I start become. I went to the school. Yeah, I studied. Very interesting. I went to the music school. Yeah, I was denied because they told me I don't have music intuition. That was a crap because that was a crap what they did. And in Cuba, the education is free, so you can be a musician. You can go to the music school since you are a kid. That's the thing you're gonna do your entire life, and you're gonna make a living like that. And like in every people when I go to the medicine school, if you have the score to be part of the school, so something like that. And at the end, one of the favorite percussion players in the world was my neighbor, like 5, 6 blocks away from my house. His son was my friend. He was away, and he brought me to his house, to his father's house. He said, "Pa, I want you to teach them." So that's the way he teach me. And I started practicing conga in the beginning for 2 hours a day. After that, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours a day. The most hour I was playing drum was one day I did 13 hours with 3 breaks.
Yeah.
You say, no, I cannot believe that. Asking too many musicians is the boring thing to do. People asking you, are you crazy? Because you start practicing one movement for hours to make sure that when you do that movement, you never, it's done.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through that anymore. So like that, we start learning a lot of rhythms. So that's the way I start become musician. So yeah, I become professional after that.
Cuba and New Orleans are so similar. Can you talk a little bit about how and why you came to New Orleans? And does it feel like second home?
Yeah. This is, I will tell you this. Online, I have a video that deal with my album Mundo that released last year.
And what's your website? Plug.
www.alexeymarti.com. Alexey is Alexey. Marti is Marti. But if you go into YouTube, you can see the film that did it was the making of my album Mundo, the recording in the studio, that recording on the Planet studio. And you can see a little more about myself. But similar to Cuba and New Orleans, we need to understand that New Orleans was a Spanish colony. People always talking about French. We are talking about Spain first. Because the Cuban governor was New Orleans, Louisiana governor. And if you go into France, you're not gonna see any house in the French Quarter look like that. But if you go to Spain, you're gonna see all the houses looking like a Spain, like a Cuba, like in many places, like Colombia, because it's the Spain area. Spain made that type of construction. But yes, the culture is similar because in New Orleans, people enjoy the social manifestation. Like a second line is a manifestation, a social manifestation. In Cuba, we had the same thing. In Santiago de Cuba, in La Habana, the people start playing drum. The whole city followed them, playing around, but playing drum, conga, and singing with Chinese connect. So they make the people singing, everybody singing, a bunch of people dancing behind the drum like that for hours. Like in the second line here, we got over the conga. That's the conga, the instrument. They call it conga, but conga is the rhythm, is the manifestation that we have behind that. So, but it's the food. We eat black beans, red beans, white beans, lenteja, everything, but not spicy. We don't like it spicy. So, pork, chicken, all this stuff too. So we pretty much the same. The only thing changes the musically. Remember, you call him New Orleans mambo when mambo was created for a Cuban guy in Mexico, Perez Flajo. So because back in the day, at the time, in the 30 or the 20, mambo was like a famous rhythm, was a worldwide music rhythm. So that pattern is very. People think it's from New Orleans. No, you go into Cuba, you're gonna hear that. You go into Trinidad and Tobago, you're gonna hear it. The whole Caribbean, even Jamaica, and regular. You're gonna hear that thing rhythm everywhere. So we are the same people, we live in the same house, but in a different room. United States, one room of my house. My house is the Earth planet Earth.
Let's see, you wanna try one more?